Starting. All right, we are on air. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is yours truly, Jacques Timor's Atlanta's own shirt and tie guy. I am here this evening with an all-star slash superstar, like all professional, all world team here from the ElisterPro community. Now, you may be saying to yourself, Jock, you know what? You're always excited. You're always talking about something. ElisterPro, eBay, Amazon. Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen me. You've heard my story. You know a little bit about me. I'm going to tell you a little bit more. But let me just tell you, these ladies and gentlemen this evening that are going to share their stories with you, share their experiences with you, are nothing short of amazing and phenomenal. Some of them, even though I'm one of the men behind the scenes, doing things, trying to make things happen, some of them, I'm not going to lie, I had to ask them twice, maybe 3 times, were their results actually their results, or were they just trying to pull my leg? Because, I'm not a bad-looking guy here in this shirt and tie, but, I don't really, no, I'm just joking with you. But anyway, so a little bit about myself. Again, Jacques T. Morris, been doing eBay, drop shipping, e-commerce. And one of the things that I was personally having an issue with was the time that I was spending trying to do listings on eBay. And so me and my partner were just like brainstorming one evening, and we were like, man, there has to be a better way for us to put up thousands of listings if indeed we wanted to do that, make money, and then take that money and spend it on whatever we wanted to spend it on. So he came up with an idea. I had a vision. We put the two together, and voila, here's what you have 3.5, 4 months later, ElisterPro, and an awesome, like I said, awesome community of individuals. So before I actually start speaking to those individuals, let me make a few disclaimers. Number one, we're not affiliated with eBay. We're not affiliated with Amazon. We're not affiliated with any other company. Also, your results may vary. We never told anyone, and we're not even going to tell you, that you will get more views, more watchers, and more sales. The only 2 things that we said, ladies and gentlemen, was that you would list quicker and that your listings would look more professional. Did we accomplish that with ElisterPro? You better believe that we did that and more. But like I said, I'm going to reserve the results for those individuals tonight that you're going to listen to on the panel. So I want to start with all of them, but obviously I only can start with one at a time. So we're going to bring out a new ElisterPro community individual that some of you may or may not know. She made sure to let me know today, though, that her name was pronounced Anna, not Ann or not Anna, but Anna. So Anna, how you doing? How you doing, Miss Anna? Go ahead and unmute yourself and tell us, a little bit about your experience as far as drop shipping on eBay before ElisterPro and now that you've actually found ElisterPro. So if you'll go ahead and share that experience with us, we're all ears.
Well, thank you for having me here for one thing. And I was introduced to ElisterPro probably a little over a month ago. And doing my listings, I'm on the slower side of doing my listings anyway. And so it would take me between 30 minutes to an hour to do one listing. Now, if you're trying
to an hour, ooh, that's a long time. Go ahead.
Yeah, it is. And so, I hear about all these people saying, oh, I did 30 listings, I did 50 listings. And I'd be like, oh, I barely made 10, in a whole day, And so when I got introduced to ElisterPro, I was like, this is for me. And I used it, and it's idiot proof. I love that part because I'm kind of like you, Jacques. You touch it, it breaks. So it was really nice to implement it and use it, and it was very user friendly. And it got the results that I was looking for and had been wanting for a while. I just didn't want to pay the extra fees on eBay, to get it. So yeah, I absolutely love it, and the copy protection is what I really love about it. That is really neat that they can't, copy and paste your descriptions and use it to find your supplier.
Excellent. So you said that you were previously at 30 minutes to an hour, which is, that's a lot of time to complete one listing. So you've been using ElisterPro for about a month now. What would you say your average time frame on an eBay listing is now?
Well, it kind of depends on what I'm listing. Some things need a little bit more attention, but now it's cut it down to 10 to 15 minutes per listing, which is a big improvement for me. Some people can get them out in 2, 3 minutes or less even. I tend to like to take a little bit more time with my listings, but it's still a heck of a lot faster and I get more up overall.
Okay.
So I'm really happy.
Excellent. And have you noticed anything with your views, watchers, and sales? Again, we can't say that ElisterPro will do that, but have you noticed anything?
To be totally honest with you, at first things went a little slow for me. I didn't quite see too many views and stuff. And it was really weird because once I continued to keep using ElisterPro. It's almost like it builds up momentum the more you list with it. And all of a sudden it was just like boom. And now I've got all these watchers, a lot more traffic coming to my listings. And I really think it builds up momentum overall for all your listings that you have on eBay. So I really enjoy that. It's really astounded me. And I've already sold one item. I've sold it twice now because I converted it to the ElisterPro, and I've already sold it twice in a week and a half. So I'm like, yay!
Excellent, excellent. So again, Anna, we definitely want to thank you for coming out, sharing your experience. You have it there, ladies and gentlemen. She said on average 30 minutes to an hour. Now she's down in the neighborhood of 15 minutes. Again, ElisterPro will save you time if you take the time to learn about ElisterPro and try it out for yourself. And for those that don't know, you can actually contact any of the members on our panel and ask them questions about ElisterPro. Or if somebody actually refers you to this hangout, you can get back with that person. But just to let you know, now through February the 28th, ElisterPro is on a 7-day trial for $1. Like literally, spend $1, come in, take it for a test drive. Is it for you? I don't know. But if you don't try it, how will you ever know? So anyway, let's move on to the next panelist. Let's see, man, so many faces out here to choose from. Let's go here to Miss Trisha. Miss Trisha, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? You have to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. So tell us a little bit about yourself as far as how long you've been drop shipping on eBay and what were some of the challenges that you were facing and what it is that you're doing now and how you're feeling about your eBay business.
Okay. Well, I've been with the e-commerce for it's going to be a year, like this coming March. And I know like my sales been slow, and then like month of January it's been slow, and then like I kept hearing about this ElisterPro and how everybody's getting sales. I was like, where's my sales? And see, I'm a mom. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I have two now that 14-month-old twins, and then I got a 5-year-old that's always needs attention, and I take about 2 to 3 hours, and I need like more time to list. My goal is like 10 listings, because like the more you list, the more people buy. So I was like in that mood where I wanted to list a lot, and faster, because it's about time. And then like I seen ElisterPro, and I was like got excited because everybody's seeing results. I was okay. So I've been in it for about 2 weeks and everything, and then I was like, okay, so I started, like, all the listings that I had, I started tweaking them to the ElisterPro method. I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden I seen these watchers. I was like, okay. And then, like, I got, like, 2 sales and stuff. And then yesterday I sold this product. I was like, wow, I got a sale, and it's, like, not even, like, 8 o'clock in the morning and stuff. I'm just waking up, feeding my twins. And then another sale popped up. I'm, like, getting super excited. So I had to tell you all about it. It's like, if you tweak your listings and do it the right way, and the copy protection too, that was just really awesome. It shows live it's results. And you said if you can't list it, nobody can buy it. So, and that was in my head, and I just left that in my head, and I said, I'm gonna do this, and then I just started seeing results. As soon as like I started tweaking my listings with the ElisterPro, and I keep doing it every day, and I keep having sales. So I have like 36 watches on this one item, and it's been selling. So, and it's using the ElisterPro. It's like I have like a lot of watches since I mean, it's been 2 weeks. So I've been using it, and then every time I do the ElisterPro and then doing it your way, the ElisterPro way, it's like I see more. It's like a sale the next day. It's like boom. It's like wow. So yeah, it's real results, and I love it.
Okay, all right. You said like more than a mouthful. You said like an entire world full. But let me ask you this quick question: how many sales did you make yesterday?
6.
6.
It was yes, and it just kept going and stuff, you know. So and it was just awesome, you know, that this item was just selling like hotcakes, you know, because it was just awesome. And then like I actually found like a hot item that, and using the ElisterPro method, and it actually like sold. And then like there was another item that I didn't tell you, that there was 2 items. There was like 6 items that sold. 4 of them was the same item, and the other 2 was the same item. So yeah, it's been like ever since I've been using the ElisterPro method, my watch just rised up. It's been awesome.
That is excellent, and that is totally awesome. Here you went from slow sales in January. Here we are in February. Been using ElisterPro a couple weeks and popped out 6 sales in one day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand. You have to do your due diligence. ElisterPro is not some type of a magical tool. It's not a magical wand. It's not a cure-all, be-all into all of your stress and pain. Remember, we said that ElisterPro would speed up your listing time, and it would also make your listings look more professional. But our users, because of the action that they're taking, because the listing process is not so arduous, it's not so mundane anymore now that they have ElisterPro, well, there's a lot more activity going on in their account. And guess what? eBay gives attention and it gives priority to those that have activity going in their account. So Trish, let me just ask you one more quick question.
Okay.
Before ElisterPro, approximately how long was it taking you to do a listing? Now, how long is it taking?
So within those 2 to 3 hours and stuff, now it takes me like probably like 20, 30 minutes. I mean, like, because like I have like the 3 kids that stay at home. So the timing, like I used to be like 10 listings a day. Well, like all day, but now like within an hour I can do 10 or more, you know. So it's all about the time, and when I do it and stuff, it's just faster. I mean, like I put up something and then it's listed, and then I do another one. I mean, like the ESASIN, I mean, that's just awesome. You just list whatever, and it doesn't matter of like, I mean, like you shouldn't have to go and search for like what's the hot item. I mean, anything that sells, because like that's another proof that I have is that I sold this one item, and it was just, I was like, who's gonna buy this? And I put it for the ElisterPro thing, and it just sold. I was like, wow. And I had to brag. I was like, wow, why somebody would buy this, you know? So I mean, like it's real actual results, and it's awesome because like I'm actually seeing sales.
Excellent. Excellent. That
It's
is
like
totally, yeah, I was gonna say that is totally awesome. And just to show your level of commitment to your life as well as your business and family, you are, it looks like, in a car on a Google Hangout. Like, man, that is totally awesome. And again, we appreciate you coming out here, sharing your story, sharing your results. Now, if somebody were on the fence about ElisterPro, they heard this and then they heard that, what would you tell them, Tricia, about ElisterPro?
Well, if you're struggling with sales, I mean, like ElisterPro, you have to get it because it's awesome. I mean, like if you're really struggling and you want to make sales and you want to have lots of views and watchers, because watchers are people that want to look at your product and they watch it for a reason, you know. And if you tweak the listing just a little bit, you know, they'll buy, you know. I feel that if all these watchers are buying and all these views, then you're doing something right. And ElisterPro it's results, because it's just awesome.
Excellent. Well, we thank you for being totally awesome and again sharing your awesome experience. As some of our ElisterPro Facebook community members say, ElisterPro is the only way to go. And the funny thing about it is we're just getting started. So I know the guys probably feeling left out. They're probably like, what? Like, what is Jock doing? He's just gonna talk to the ladies this evening? No, fellas, don't worry about it. I got your back. And you know what? Speaking of back, got my main man, and he's actually at work right now. Let me just make sure he can hear me now. Derek, Derek Beck, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, so let me tell y'all a little bit about Derek. Now, Derek is somebody that was already taking action when he got started with us, and then he got ElisterPro, and it seemed like his action and his results started to just magnify and grow exponentially. So much so that this man started jumping out of airplanes at 12,000 feet in the air. I mean, you talk about somebody excited, but anyway, I'm gonna calm down because y'all know me. I'll get hyped like Carrie Mr. Excitement, who's coming up later on this evening. But anyway, let's go ahead and put my main man Derek up. Derek, tell us about your experience with ElisterPro. Before ElisterPro and now that you're using ElisterPro, my man, it's all yours. Also, make sure you slide in about them 4 credit cards, brother. 4 credit cards.
Oh yeah, I got you. I started drop shipping in the beginning of December, and I got into ElisterPro in the beginning of January. And when I started drop shipping, I wasn't seeing many sales because I was putting the items up on my own and trying to figure out keywords to put in. And you had sent me a message about ElisterPro, and I tried it out. And next thing you know, I started using it, and I was getting more and more watchers in the beginning of January. And probably about 4 or 5 days after getting ElisterPro, I already made 3 sales. And January's been good for me, and absolutely my biggest part of ElisterPro was actually this weekend. I made about 12 sales and actually maxed out 4 credit cards because I was selling high dollar items, and it's been pretty good ever since. And even today, right before the hangout, I sold the same item twice in less than an hour and made $100 off the profit. And you know, I just love ElisterPro.
Wow, excellent. So, about how long is it taking you to do your listings? Again, I know you mentioned that you pretty much sell higher ticket items in order to make bigger profits. Now, when you're selling higher ticket items, is it just something that you just go in looking for higher ticket items, or you're looking at a particular niche, or how is it that you're selling these higher ticket items without giving us exactly what it is that you're selling?
Okay, I actually opened an eBay account up about 3 years ago just to buy some Christmas gifts, and ever since then I never used it. And then I just started wanting to sell again after seeing ElisterPro and getting into drop shipping, and they started me off with a 500 item limit and $25,000 max out. And I literally called them on February 15th and got my limits raised to $40,000. So instead of listing smaller items, it would took me forever, but now using easy ASIN, but I figured the bigger items would be bigger profit. Just either go big or go home, and that's just how my mindset was when I was listing these higher ticket items, that I'm going to make more money by listing more expensive stuff.
Excellent. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard Derek. He said go big or go home. Now, he also mentioned something else. He mentioned easy ASIN. Derek, if you could just tell our audience real briefly, what exactly does easy ASIN do? Like, it sounds like some type of cryptic product or a code, easy ASIN. Like, what does it do?
Okay, if I go on to Amazon and I have a full page of items I'm particularly looking at, say for instance, shoes. I mean, they're not saying list shoes, but I can click the easy ASIN shortcut, and it'll pull every single ASIN number up on that page within seconds, and then I can go right back to ElisterPro and list. I can list, right now I'm listing 12 to 15 items per hour. And a tip that I do, I create my listings for 3 hours. So say for instance, I can get 45 items in 3 hours, then I'll turn around and go on to eBay and take off.
Uh-oh, you're breaking up on us.
Oh, sorry. I had what was that? I was at say 45 items in 3 hours, and then I go on to eBay and I take 30 minutes and put them all up within 30 minutes. Basically, that's how easy ASIN is for me.
Wow.
I can spend 3.5 to 4 hours a day, and I can max out within a week.
Okay, excellent. Now, I could be wrong, but it looks like you're at work, maybe in the kitchen or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And you're on the Google Hangout?
We making pizzas.
I love it.
We making pizzas, and I'm jumping out of airplanes when I'm doing, and I mean, I'm just loving life now. So.
All right, so man, we appreciate you coming out again. Know that you're at work, making pizzas, jumping out of airplanes, 12,500 feet in the air. You know, even when it's cold, using easy ASIN, making higher ticket sales. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what it is that you want. But one thing I will tell you is that with our community that we have here with ElisterPro, we are willing to help one another out. E-commerce, dropshipping, eBay, Amazon. I don't know if it's the way for you, but I'll tell you something else. You won't know if it's the way if you don't try it and if you don't stick with it. People are experiencing life-changing results. There's no telling what Derek is going to be doing here in a couple months. He may own a piece of place. I don't know, but anyway.
Yeah, I actually work 2 full-time jobs, and I'm a full-time skydiving student, so I can manage to make this happen, and so can everybody else.
Excellent. So go big, go home, no excuses. You heard it from the man. All right, so next up, let's see here. Let's talk to one of our other gentlemen on the panelists. We're going to go out to, I believe that's Houston, Texas. Is that also Houston, Bruce? Uh-oh, you got to unmute yourself, Bruce.
I got you.
Okay. All right, you're in Houston, right?
In the Dallas area.
Okay, all right, so Dallas area. So real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know this rock star that just popped up on the ElisterPro Hangout tonight, this is Bruce McElhaney. You see he has a big fat check in the background from the UOP. Bruce is making things happen on a number of different levels. Bruce, I want you to share with our listeners how you were feeling about eBay before ElisterPro, and then share with our listeners how you feel now. If you could do that for me, Bruce, I love you, brother. I love you. I love you.
I'll do it. Well, I started in drop shipping and e-commerce January 28th of 2014, and it was it definitely was an experience, to say the least. I knew nothing about eBay other than I had an empty account that I really hadn't done anything with other than maybe look around a little bit on there, and I had never bought or sold on eBay. It was just an empty shell. So I totally green, and when I finally, listened to some training and such, and started my e-commerce career online, I really wasn't looking for really to get into e-commerce, to say the least, because I already own a conventional business that has grown from zero to a little over $250,000 in 3 years, and a lot of that's just face-to-face, door-to-door type sales. I own a snack food distribution company, and so I was building that business and going along, and all of a sudden, e-commerce came into my path, which has been a godsend. But at the same time, my time is very, very limited, and I have to condense a lot into a little bit of time.